What if one of the most iconic on-screen love stories was never just fiction? Today, the internet is on fire with a shocking rumor that has fans around the world buzzing. Xian and Xian have secretly registered their marriage. Could this be the greatest love story that blossomed quietly behind the camera? Or is it just another internet fantasy gone viral? Let's uncover the truth behind this heart-stirring rumor, and why it has touched so many hearts across continents. It all began with a quiet murmur, one that might have been ignored on any other day. But this time, it was different. The rumor wasn't just about a new project or a fleeting celebrity sighting. It was something far more personal, intimate, and emotionally charged. Xian and Xian, the beloved stars of Go Go Squid, had secretly registered their marriage. At first, it felt like just another headline in a sea of speculation. But within hours, the story spread like wildfire, igniting curiosity and hope across borders. Fans in Asia, Europe, and the Americas began connecting dots from years past, revisiting old interviews and behind-the-scenes clips, asking themselves the question they never dared to speak aloud. Could it be true all along? The idea of a real-life love story blossoming from such a cherished drama was simply too poetic to dismiss. And perhaps that's what made this rumor different. It wasn't just news, it felt like a continuation of something deeply meaningful. Viewers had fallen in love with their characters years ago, but now for the first time, it seemed possible that the connection on screen had never truly ended. In a world where celebrity news often feels fleeting or manufactured, this story carried weight. It felt honest. It felt earned. And as the rumor grew, it wasn't just the potential marriage that touched people, it was the idea that love, quietly nurtured behind the scenes, could still surprise us all. Looking back now, the signs were always there, quiet, almost imperceptible, but undeniably present for those willing to look closely. In the years since Go Go Squid first captivated audiences, Xian and Xian seemed to maintain a closeness that defied the typical arc of co-stars once a drama ends. While others moved on to new projects and new pairings, these two never drifted far from one another, professionally or, as many now believe, personally. There were the award shows where their eyes would search for each other across a crowded stage. The interviews where a shared memory would draw unfiltered laughter, a kind of ease not born overnight. And the quiet support they gave each other, subtle reposts on Weibo, thoughtful praise during media rounds, attending events without ever confirming they came together. Fans often caught glimpses, matching outfits, similar travel dates, a photo with oddly familiar backgrounds, but the pieces never seemed to form a full picture. Or perhaps, we never wanted to intrude too much into something that felt sacred. Even the behind-the-scenes footage from their drama, long archived and often forgotten, now feels different. We see Xian gently steadying Xian during a stunt, his hand lingering a little too protectively. We notice how she leans into him between takes, not for the camera, but as if it were instinct. And perhaps that's the most telling clue of all, how naturally they existed in each other's space. It's easy to overlook love when it's quietly nurtured, free from spectacle. But true affection doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it moves quietly, through small gestures, private moments, and unwavering presence. And now, as rumors of a marriage swirl, those long-dismissed clues no longer feel random. They feel like fragments of a love story we simply didn't realize we were already watching. In an industry built on visibility, where every movement is scrutinized and every silence questioned, choosing privacy is a radical act. For Xian and Xian, it seems that love, if it truly existed between them, was never meant for headlines, it was meant for each other. As stars of enormous popularity, they understood that a single public moment could ignite years of speculation, yet they chose discretion over drama, subtlety over spectacle. And that decision alone speaks volumes. They never denied their closeness, yet never exploited it either. There were no orchestrated photo ops or staged public dates. Instead, what the public saw were moments of quiet companionship, glimpses that hinted at a deeper connection, carefully shielded from the glare of entertainment media. In a world where relationships are often used as publicity tools, their restraint felt rare, almost sacred. It suggested not secrecy born from shame, but from a desire to protect something genuine. Perhaps they understood the fragility of love under a spotlight. How public opinion can distort the most private truths. How quickly affection can be turned into spectacle. And so, if their bond truly evolved into a lifelong commitment, it's no wonder they chose to honor it in the way that mattered most to them. Away from cameras, surrounded by trust, not trends. Now, as whispers of a quiet marriage gain momentum, that long silence feels less like avoidance and more like a promise, to each other, and maybe even to their fans. A promise that some stories are meant to grow in the quiet. That not every love needs an audience to be real. And if this love has indeed been quietly flourishing all these years, then perhaps it is all the more powerful for having chosen to bloom in the shadows, rather than the spotlight. The moment whispers turned into headlines, something extraordinary happened, not just in China, but across the globe. From Seoul to Singapore, from Tokyo to Toronto, fans held their breath in collective awe, as if the love story they had long cherished on screen might finally be coming to life. The news struck a chord that reached beyond gossip or idle curiosity. It awakened a deep emotional connection rooted in years of admiration, hope, and quiet belief. On social media, timelines were flooded with nostalgic clips, fan-made tributes, and heartfelt reflections. For many, it wasn't just about the possibility that Yang Zi and Xian were married, it was about what they symbolized. Two people who grew together in the spotlight, remained grounded, and if the rumors were true, chose each other through all the chaos. It felt like a victory for sincerity in a world too often clouded by spectacle. Some fans rejoiced openly, calling it a fairy tale long overdue. Others approached with caution, gently guarding their hearts from disappointment. But underneath the range of reactions was a shared emotion, deep affection for two individuals who, over the years, had become more than just actors. They had become part of people's lives, representations of hope, love, and emotional resilience. What's perhaps most beautiful is how this moment united people across cultures and continents. It reminded us that love stories, real or imagined, can speak a universal language. That even in different languages, time zones, and traditions, we feel the same longing for connection, the same thrill at the possibility of something pure unfolding behind the scenes. And maybe that's the true magic of Yang Zi and Xian. Their story, whether whispered or confirmed, has reminded the world of the kind of love we still believe in. Quiet, steady, and, if we're lucky, true. Beyond the swirl of rumors and the glitter of celebrity lies something far more meaningful, a story that resonates because it touches on what it means to love in a world that watches too closely. The whispers of Yang Zi and Xian's possible marriage are more than just a headline. They are a gentle reminder of the quiet strength that lives in authenticity, patience, and privacy. In an age where everything is broadcast, where validation often comes through likes and comments, the thought that two people might have chosen to love each other away from the gaze of millions feels almost radical. It challenges the culture of oversharing and reminds us that the deepest connections don't need an audience. If Yang Zi and Xian have indeed nurtured something real all these years, quietly and without fanfare, then theirs is not just a love story, it is a quiet triumph of trust over noise. This story invites us to reflect on our own relationships, not just romantic ones, but all forms of closeness. It teaches us that what is most precious doesn't always need to be proven or explained. That sometimes, the most powerful love is the one that grows silently, behind the curtain, rooted in respect and intention rather than performance. Whether the rumors are true or not, Yang Zi and Xian have shown us that sincerity still exists in a world that often rewards spectacle. And in doing so, they've offered something greater than confirmation. They've offered hope. Hope that love, in its purest form, still matters. That choosing to protect something, rather than parade it, can be the greatest expression of care. And perhaps that behind even the most guarded silence, a beautiful truth may be quietly waiting to be revealed. What do you think? Could Yang Zi and Xian have kept the most beautiful secret in showbiz? Or is this just another viral rumor waiting to fade? Either way, we're here for it, and we'll keep you updated the moment there's any official word. If you felt inspired or moved by this story, we'd love for you to join our community. Backhand index pointing right, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and don't forget to like and share this video if it warmed your heart. Thank you for watching, and remember, sometimes, real love is written between the lines.